everybody, and welcome back to the greatest live show of all time. That is right, everybody. It's been what's it been like? Approximately a day or two since my last stream, but there's a justification for it. Okay? It's not that I'm lazy. The reason is, well, due to the fact that I'm doing a 24-hour stream. That's right. Now, for any of the VOD watchers, I might cut it up into multiple streams, right? Because no matter what, I've got to cut it up into at least 2 streams. Otherwise, the VOD gets deleted. Because I think that the maximum is 12 hours. Actually, no, that's a lie. The maximum is 11 hours and 55 minutes, if I'm not mistaken. So, no matter what, I've got to cut it up into multiple streams. And I don't think that whether or not the VOD is 24 hours is what determines whether or not you're streaming for 24 hours, right? No matter what, I'm streaming for 24 hours, right? Consecutively. So, I am starting at 5:19 in the morning. And, I don't know if I'd say I'm looking forward to this. It's gonna be a lot more difficult than anything I've ever done, stream-wise. I'm gonna try to, relax, do some long-form content if I can, and hopefully I'm not like super laggy for the entire day or anything like that. And yeah, with that being said, hello Jade, and congratulations on being the first person in chat today. Hello, FoxyXD. Hello, Josh. Hello, Anon420 Cereal. Hello, War Marone 3, saying sheesh. Sheesh indeed. Hello, Auntie Smiley. Good to see you again as well. Hello, 33. Hello, Zulima. Jaminas. Good to see you here. Hello, George Baker Jr. Your fit looks so great. Why, thank you. And you've only seen the top half. It's 3:19 a.m. Well, yeah, for you. Well, for me, though, it's 5:19 or 5:20 now. Now, of course, time zones exist. I'm actually surprised that, a lot of you guys are here. I mean, granted, it's 24 viewers, but still, I mean, I would think that, half of what I normally get within the first minute would show up. You know what I mean? Because, well, I'm streaming at a very weird time. But that's besides the point. Finally, I can actually catch a stream. Hell yeah, for anyone that's, European or a Brit-bonga, heaven forbid, you can finally catch streams. Now, there's going to be a lot of stuff that I decide to cover today. One of which is going to be YouTube drama. It's been a hot minute since I've covered that. Just saying. I mean, it's been a while. I haven't covered commentary in a while. The main reason being, I don't really care that much about the commentary community. Yes, I lurk from time to time, but I don't really participate. I sort of do my own thing. Now, one of the main reasons for that, of course, is because I don't really care about any community other than my own. And, I don't know, I just don't give a fuck about anybody but you guys. But yeah, let's see here. Who else is joined that I haven't said hi to? Hello, FoxyXD. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, it's 11:20 in the morning in the UK. 6:20 here. Hello, Batal Crafter. And, what are you all doing up? Do you guys also have YouTuber sleep schedules? For 20 a.m. in Idaho? Fair enough. Gonna stay for the whole stream. Fair enough, but feel free to sleep to the stream later on. I mean, I don't know if you'd want to stay up for the whole time. Hello, Tipster. Very good to see you again. Now, one of the things I'm going to cover is sort of Tipster related. And, I don't know if I've ever covered Tipster in a positive light. I think that the last time I covered the big tip, I don't know if I would say, I don't know if I would say we were enemies, but I disliked them back then, right? Now, a lot of that was under false pretenses, right? You know, people say things behind the scenes, and there's people that I trust, and, you know, all sorts of stuff. But I need to sleep soon. Hell yeah, fair enough. But it's too hot to sleep. Okay, fair enough. Maybe that's why you guys are here. Is due to the fact that, well, it's 5 trillion degrees up, but there's no global warming, okay? If we increase carbon emissions, nothing will happen. I'm sure that we're magically having record levels of heat. Just as a coincidence, you know, it's one of those coincidences where, you know, I'm sure it has nothing to do with things that objectively affect the environment. You know, I think we should all believe the wealthy billionaires that profit and don't give a shit about the environment. I'm just saying. Hello, Skeleton King. We're besties now, fam. Hell yeah. One thing I learned about Tipster that kind of ended up being the contrary of what I thought for a bit was they're one of the most genuine, down-to-earth motherfuckers I've ever talked to. Like, I'm gonna be totally real. And that's gonna be something that plays a pretty relevant role when we go over some of the content, right? Now, one of the reasons I'm gonna cover commentary is also because,
you know, I gotta do the thing where, like, I stream for a long period of time.
But yeah, hello, Skeleton King, Sherry the Jester 2012 fan. Hello, Gold Refining. I'm sorry I don't speak Russian, so I have no clue what you're saying. You know, for all I know, you could be calling me slurs in Russian, and I would have no idea. Anyways, I'm too emotionally wrecked to sleep right now. Well, I hope that my stream makes you feel a little bit better.
You know, I'm just saying.
Where's the link? Where's what link? I don't know what you're on about. But, I'm doing the sound a lot. I think the mic picks up on that, right? Yes, we're doing a 24-hour stream. Or we're streaming for 24 hours. Technically, it's going to be multiple streams over the course of 24 hours that will add up to 24 hours of content, right? Mainly because if you reset stream, it does a bit better in the algorithm. I'm just here for Tipster. Hell yeah. Dude, Gila the Blood Spill. Dude, everybody still calls you Fembro. Why did you rebrand to something harder to remember? You know, you had 6 letters. You had a 6-letter name. Easy to remember. Probably easier to remember than Femyoz. Dude, you are almost as much of a contrarian as Queeman. It's actually crazy. Now on one hand, commentary is kind of a shithole community, I guess you could say. It's not really even a community anymore. It's just sort of a group of people that are vaguely associated with each other at this point. I don't know. I haven't kept up with it for a while until recently. I don't know. Some things have changed, I guess. Some things have changed. I still have some similar takes to what I had before, based on what I've seen, right? Like, Chud Logic still sucks, has just as much dead air as ever, has shit takes, is going down the turf pipeline. But, I don't know. There's some people that surprised me. Because I was watching President Sunday, more specifically his coverage of something involving Queeman. And, Queeman was actually kind of fucking based. Like, he was surprisingly not falling in line. Well, I guess not surprisingly, he's a contrarian, but, like, I don't know. Look, Queeman sucks and is an asshole, but I'll give him credit where credit is due. He's not a grifter. I do genuinely think that, like, he says the things that he believes. And he has gotten better at content. So, like, I'll give credit where credit is due. I don't know. How long you've been on? 9.5 minutes. Loving the hair? Hell yeah. I used to be indifferent on Chud Logic, but he reacted to a video where I was being doxxed, and understandably that pissed me off. Yeah, I don't know. I just think that Chud Logic is annoying, right? He becomes more and more anti-trans as his content progresses, I guess you could say. It's very strange how that works. He also gets one guide constantly. Yeah, I've watched him from time to time. Dude, Queenman used to have a shit ton of dead air. Like, his content used to be terrible. Like, the audio balancing was non-existent. Like, he'd be infinitely louder than the videos you're reacting to. And, additionally, he, well, let's just say, he had a lot of dead air. It was unwatchable. Also, thank you, Volpaxi, for the $10. Got beautiful fucking bastards saying, I'm also doing a 24-hour stream soon. Hell yeah! Shout out to Volpaxi for whenever she does the 24-hour stream.
Let's fucking go.
Anyways, not sure when sharing docs this became okay, but whatever, Chud. Yeah, even when I had the, who was it? It was the Nico Nerd person, right? And I was, like, anti-tipster at the time, right? That was one of the things that I kind of grilled him on. Like, if anybody remembers that. That was ages ago. I don't know if you ever saw that tip. I mean, we did a little bit of making fun of Tip, but I was trying to reach a common ground. I'm like, you know, Tipster sucks, okay? But, like, don't you think that the whole, I don't know, sharing personal information thing was fucking stupid as shit? And then they conceded, and I'm like, okay. I didn't see that. Nico Nerd was an unhinged freak. I think that Nico Nerd is definitely mentally ill. I don't know. I will say, though, I don't know. I'm on good terms with him. You called Tipster a fat F-slur, I think. This totally happened. You know, that sounds about right. Also, thank you, Volpaxi, for the additional 2, saying, my address is 123 fake state, city state, 12345. Oh my god, I can't believe you would just, you know, release your personal info like that. The Chud dunking days were the peak of my personal Femyoz experience. Yes, and we're probably gonna do some of that too. I guess I go through different phases when it comes to the content that I do. And, we're going for 24 hours. So we're doing every phase of content. We're doing every style of content I've ever done. I mean, I am a fat F-slur. Yeah, that's true. That's true. If I were to say it, you know, it wouldn't be very nice, but it would be factually correct. Now, as a skinny F-slur, or I don't know if I'm skinny anymore. I
gained a little bit of weight on purpose.
So that I didn't look anorexic, you know? Unlike Olive Oil Run, I'm actually not trying to be, somebody who's Auschwitz moding consistently, which I gotta be careful with because I am on Adderall because I have ADHD.
And, yeah.
Dude, my voice feels deeper than usual, and I think it's because
A, I haven't streamed in a while, like I haven't used my voice in a while.
And B, because I'm a little bit tired. Anyways. My phone number is 555-555-5555. Type shit. Yeah, Femyoz about to pull the bulk out of the summer. No, I'm not intending on bulking, you know? Unlike Xander Hall, who, I just found out today that he's on his bulking arc. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, I mean that he is taking an unhealthy amount of, protein shakes into his system. Like, to the point where he's vomiting. And it's like, dude, you don't have to do that. Like, you can have a calorie surplus without vomiting. If you vomit, then there goes the calories. You're not bulking at that point. You're not going to get gains if you vomit them all out. But that's besides the point. I miss the Femyoz Eugenia Cooney skinwalking arc. True. Dude, I can't even get canceled for shitting on Eugenia Cooney a little bit. Or not shitting on her, but making jokes because, you know, she's a Trump supporter now, so.
I mean, there's definitely that.
He's gonna shit literal bricks, no joke. You should not bulk on protein. Exactly! Dude, he unironically said, and I'm not even joking, this is not an exaggeration, that if he just takes a bunch of protein, then it will, and I quote, all translate into muscle. I'm not even joking. He actually thinks that. Now, that's not surprising coming from somebody that, you know, had all of their money in PayPal. Oh, wow, I wonder why you got hacked, and then, oh shit, you're fucked because that's your entire life savings in PayPal instead of your bank for some reason. I don't even know how it's possible to be that stupid. And then he was like, wait, what? I'm in debt? Wait, hold on a minute. What? Wait, why is when I check my balance, dude, why is the number in parentheses in red? Why is it red and in parentheses? So, oh shit, dude, I have no idea. It could be anything, truly. Oh, fuck, I don't know. Dude, if your money is red and in parentheses, you know, that's clearly a great sign. But yeah, this seems gay.
Hell yeah.
Trans streamers, something new. I don't think it's anything new. Maybe it's new to you, or your algorithm, I guess. But, welcome regardless. Protein shakes are such a pointless creation. Why not just eat more chicken instead? Yeah, I mean, unless you're, like, vegan, or, like, vegetarian or something. Is that your real hair? You better believe it is. Is that toothpaste around your mouth or something else? It might be. No, I think it's chapstick. I don't know. I do brush my teeth quite aggressively.
And, you know, it sort of be like that.
Hi, beautiful girl. Why, thank you. And hello. But yeah. Gay streams are the best. Very true. I couldn't possibly agree more. How much for you to be a man? At least 6 figures. And I'll consider it. Anyways. What up, Unk?
Hey, yo, what up, gang?
Protein shakes are good for when you're physically active, because at least then it helps you burn weight and gain muscle. But you can't just drink protein shakes. No, literally. Xander Hall unironically believes that if he just sits in his... I don't even know if it's a room. I guess it's more like a basement. If he sits in his basement all day, smoking weed, and doing nothing, and begging for donations when he streams, he thinks that if he just does a bunch of protein shakes, that it's gonna magically allow him to bulk. You know? Yes, you can drink protein shakes without working out, lol. Yeah, you can. But, like, what's the fucking point? Why would you do that? I mean, like, if let's say you're, I don't know, low on protein. Let's say, like, you don't have time to eat one day for whatever reason. You're really busy. Maybe you're doing a 24-hour stream. Something Xander Hall would never do because he's lazy. Then yeah, that makes sense. Do you play VR chat? No, I do not. But, Gila the Blood Spilla does. So, if you're interested in VR chat content, I guess go to their channel. At least you're smart, hell yeah.
I don't know if I'd consider myself to be smart.
I just, I don't know. High verbal intelligence does not necessitate intelligence in any other area, in all fairness. Also, why is the sound uncomfortable? Ow, that's digging into my skin. Owie. Alright, we're moving that. Ouch. Just do crack instead of protein shakes? Yeah, that's true. That's true. To be fair, I've never seen a fat crackhead. That's true.
Anyways.
Chat. I think we're gonna get right into the content in a minute. So, yeah. I don't know how well it's gonna do concurrent-wise, because I haven't covered commentary slop in a while. But, double tap to smash like to make up for it. Alright? So that I can do well in the algorithm. You know, very important stuff. Very important stuff. Anyways. Do creatine instead of crack. No, you've got it backwards. Okay? Crack is obviously better for you. But, anyways. Sorry, I need to show myself for a second. Because we're currently streaming in front of 371 of our closest friends and family, but we only have 28 likes. Chat. Can we fix that? I know the answer is absolutely yes. All you gotta do is, double tap. Smash like, boost me in the algorithm, it supports me. Now I'm not gonna drone on about it like Xanderhall, but I'm throwing a lot of shade at Xanderhall today for some reason. Dude, I don't know why.
I mean, I'm back in the commentary mindset.
But yeah, with that being said, let's see here. If you dress like a man, ill like you are a male, not a female. Well, I mean, I don't really give a shit if you particularly like as an individual, like you're obviously not somebody that supports me, and that's fine. There's plenty of other content out there. Also, thank you, Volpaxi, for the $2, you beautiful fucking bastard, saying, I don't know how, but one of my shorts has 18.4k views.
Hell yeah, let's fucking go.
Congratulations. Why would we support sin? What? Dog, I'm sorry, I hate to break it to you, but, God isn't real. I know, it's crazy. Jesus died and stayed dead, alright? Rip Bozo. He got mogged by fucking Pontius Pilate, alright? Mauled by Pontius Pilate. Alright, Jesus had a foot fetish and died and stayed dead. Rip Bozo. Anyways. Thank you, Volpaxi, for the additional 2, saying, fun fact. Skirts were originally for guys. That's true. That's true. If you think about it, George Washington was basically a femboy. And, that's why I support him. Now, there's some things I don't support that he did, like the whole owning slaves thing, that was pretty bad, not very good optics, to say the very least. He might get canceled in the big 25. But, yeah, anyways, I don't even know what I'm saying. Let's see here. Repent for my sky daddy? Yeah.
Very real.
Let's see. Your lips are too thin. Botox them. No, I'd rather not look like Olive Oil Run and have lips that look like they're about to burst open. I think I'm good. I'd rather not look like transgender Michael Jackson, okay? I'm not going the Blair White route. Thank you, Volpaxi, for the 2, saying, say the ear of corn thing. Oh, yes, I'm so glad you reminded me of that. Yeah, so, if it's the case that God is all-powerful, then is it possible for him to create an ear of corn so long that he can't eat it the long way? If the answer is no, then he's not all-powerful, because he can't make it. If the answer is yes, then God still isn't all-powerful, because he's not able to eat it the long way. Either way, it is literally impossible, unless you outright deny the validity of the laws of logic, such as the law of non-contradiction. It is impossible for a God to be all-powerful, or for any entity to be all-powerful, for that matter.
Anyways.
Still waiting for the Bible passage where God besmirches trans people. The closest thing that people can come up with is, I don't know, like saying, well, God said that he created male and female. It's like, okay, well, he didn't say that he created intersex, but I guess, they exist. Did he not create them? So that's the first aspect. The second thing is, he never said that sex and gender were the same thing. And thirdly, he never said that you couldn't switch from one to the other. There's actually, oh no, am I lagging? Uh-oh. Also, thank you, Volpaxi, for the additional 5, saying I used the corn thing and accidentally gave a Christian an existential crisis. It's good to get people to question their beliefs. That's my take on the matter.
Anyways, chat.
Drink lots of water, folks. Stay hydrated.
Very important stuff.
But, yeah, look, all I'm going to say is there is, objectively, more evidence in the Bible of God endorsing slavery and genocide than there is of him condemning trans people. Anyways, yes, making religious people question everything is good. I think people should generally question everything, at least to a healthy extent. You know what I mean? Smash. Well, I mean, at least you're honest. Let's see. No, I think the laws of nature say that. Or sorry, the laws of nature says that. I accidentally corrected your grammar. I should read it word for word. That's my bad. No, they don't. Do you believe that gender dysphoria doesn't naturally occur? Seems to be that there's,
Evidence of the contrary.
And, I don't know. Regardless, it's an, appeal to nature fallacy. I know. There's a reason it's a logical fallacy. It's crazy. Who would have guessed? Do you wear that choker to cover your Adam's apple? So clearly you don't know where my Adam's apple is, alright? It's not fucking all the way down here. Whenever people say that, what they're inadvertently telling me, without even realizing it, is they have no idea where my Adam's apple is. They can't see it. That's what you're saying. Because it's up here. It's up here. I love your style. Well, I appreciate that, Lex. I appreciate that. Hey, Femi. Hello, Stephen Barton. Good to see you. First time chat here. It's so nice to see all the downs come out of the woodwork and chat so we can see where the circus is. Femi, will you let me tell you something? No, I will never let you, or something. Yeah, of course, go for it. There's other healthy ways to get attention just saying. Oh, I'm not doing this for attention. Well, I mean, the streaming part I am. The transitioning part, that's just to mitigate dysphoria. I hear Reese. Oh, I think she might be trying to, get out. Gotta be careful. This skirt is short as hell. But, I may as well wear a fit that I really like. Because, it's a 24-hour stream, so...
Hell yeah.
Alright, it's 24-hour streaming day, alright? That's right. With that being said, flatter than pancakes. I don't know if that's true or not, I'm not on my Auschwitz moding arc anymore, alright? Nice, I love the outfit, it's so cute. Thank you, Exostar, I appreciate that. You're doing a 24-hour stream? Yeah, I'm gonna be streaming for 24 hours. I might occasionally restart stream. I already sort of established this prior, but it is 24 hours consecutively of streaming, right? So you will get 24 hours of content consecutively. So, I saw Belly, also hi again. Hey, thank you, Harpy Shamo, for the 2. And, yeah, welcome back. It's good to see you again. And, yes, you did see a belly. That did get revealed, okay? Stomach reveal. Let's see here. Why do you look like femboy pyro cynical? Look, I'm gonna be real. I don't know what people mean when they say that I look like the femboy version of pyro cynical, okay? Pyro cynical looks like the femboy version of pyro cynical. So, I don't know what the fuck y'all are on about when you say that shit. You kind of look like Logan Paul, not gonna lie, dude. Maybe I am Logan Paul's sister. Chat, what if I'm secretly Logan Paul in an alt? Who's excited for my crypto scam? Also, thank you, Batal Crafter, for the $10, you beautiful fucking bastard, saying, I'm gonna try to eat again. Also, love the fishnets. Hell yeah, I almost missed the dono. I can't believe that. It's because I got 2 at once, which is awesome. I love that. Let's see here. When's the crypto grift? Dude, we gotta do a crypto rug pull scam. It's one of my favorite types of scams to do. I'll still be lurking. Hell yeah. Let's go. Oh man, do I need to sneeze?
That's no good.
Is that hanging body on the tree there? We'll have a brand new sentence in this situation if you are Logan Paul's sister. Yeah, I mean, dude, we could go to the suicide forest together. Who's excited? Who's excited to record the dead body? Dude, that would be such good content. What could possibly go wrong? Your uncle was right to molest you. Yo, that's crazy. That's crazy. Also, thank you, Volpaxi, for the 5, saying, I'm a fox. This message serves no purpose but to exist.
You know what? You got a fair point.
What can I say? Dude, why can't I... Dude, is it just me or is my voice lower than usual? Like, is that just me?
I feel like it is, not even when I'm doing this.
Like, my lower voice is obviously lower too, but I mean my regular voice. You better go back into the closet once this month ends. You know, we gotta extend Pride, you know, Pride Month into Pride Year. You know what I mean? Oh my god, is that the one and only Eric Vandenborn, the Ultimate Rizzler, saying, it's me, your big teddy bear. Oh my god! Hello, big teddy bear! Yo! Let's fucking go! Hell yeah. Pride's on its way out. No, we're doing Pride Year, okay? We're extending Pride Month to spread the woke agenda. You're crazy with multiple voices? Hold on, are you talking about
Me alternating between voices?
or are we talking about the many voices inside my head? You know, there is a fundamental distinction there. And, you know, it's one of those things. Also, thank you, Volpaxi, for the 5. Jesus fuck, Volpaxi the GOAT today. Saying motherfuckers in Iowa decided as soon as Pride is over, take trans rights. Yeah, that sounds about right. Look, all I'm gonna say is that every single red state in America is basically a shithole. You may as well move to a third world country at that point. Like, I'm sorry, what is the meaningful difference between, I don't know, like a shithole third world country and Florida? I mean, when it comes to queer rights, not much. I guess gay people don't get thrown off buildings if we're talking about like a really bad country, but like, I don't know. Based on the direction it's headed, I don't think that their values are much different. Anyways. Breaking Pride Millennium announced by Woke Mafia. Let's fucking go! As somebody who is a part of the Woke Mafia, I can confirm this to be the case. Anyways. Let's see here. WTF is that? Get a job, kids, or you'll end up like this. I bet parents aren't very proud of that. Well, there's multiple things wrong with your statement. Well, aside from the parents not being proud, okay? I'm sure my dad will be very proud once he comes back with the milk. But, get a job, kids? I hate to break it to you, Doc, but, child labor is illegal in the US for a reason. Like, there's a reason that we don't allow for child labor. Yeah. Florida has more crackheads? True. Where do you see yourself later in life? That's the thing, is I don't claim to know. I would be foolish to assume that I end up in any specific spot later in life, right? Like, there are many instances in which I think that one thing is going to happen, that I'm going to end up in one place, and then, let's just say I end up somewhere entirely different. And, well, you know, shit happens. These crybabies got nothing better to do than complain about how you're happy. Yeah, I don't know. People be very, strange. Anyways. Let's see here. Sir, why do you always sound like you need to take the biggest shit of your life? Dude, I'm actually shitting my pants right now. How did you know? I'm actually diarrhea maxing right now. Anyways. Let's see. Why is China financing gender theory? Well, it's not. It just isn't. yet banning it in their country. They don't finance gender theory though. I don't know what the fuck you're on about. Let's see. But that's a very strange question. But yeah, Florida does have quite a few crackheads. For sure. For sure. Minus 200 credit score. No, I'm actually quite good. Right? Like, I don't use money that I don't have. Right? Credit card companies, you know, they can't hurt you that much as long as you don't spend money you don't have. Sounds like a Trumpster Bob conspiracy. Yeah. Nah, for real. It does sound like something Trumpster Bob would make up and then convince himself of. You need to get a job too, like a real job. I mean, you don't really know what I do outside of YouTube, though. You have no idea. I mean, I go to college, and I'm 21, and, you know, I do this as a part-time living. And women hate this. Guy needs to stop doing woman face. That was definitely a real sentence. That truly was the sentence of all time. Anyways. My best friend is a crackhead? Well, then me and your best friend have a lot in common, don't we? Please use conditioner. I do. My hair just naturally is dry. I need to put more product in it, I think. Because, like, otherwise it's too dry. Actually, I don't know. I don't think it's that big of a deal. But, eggs are your favorite? Unfortunately, they are not. But, chat, I just noticed, okay? We're at 60 likes and, 65 likes, 351 concurrents. We could easily get 100 likes. I'm just saying, if you support me, support what I do, find me entertaining, want me to make more content, make sure to double tap your screen to smash like. Anyways, I very much appreciate it if you do, because it does boost me in the algorithm, just saying. Want to hear a joke? I mean, I certainly wouldn't mind hearing a joke. Femyoz, I was about to scroll past your stream, thinking it was some random girl, and then I realized, holy shit, this is Femyoz. Damn, you passed really well now. Well, welcome back. I assume it's been a hot minute since the last time you've been here. And, yeah, it is me, alright? I am the same person who was like, hello, I am Femyoz. I am here to debate you on the Augie stream many years ago. Or by that I mean like, what was it, like 2 years ago? Yeah. Those headphones look more stupid. Dog, it's a pair of fucking headphones. What do you mean? They're just headphones. It's not a wig. You're wrong. Please, dude, I need slop content. Just talk about H3. I'm not Nicholas Diorio, but I will talk about Tipster versus Boblax / Boblax's weird friend. Mainly Boblax's weird friend, okay? So don't worry. You're gonna get your commentary slop for the day, alright? I actually haven't covered commentary slop in a while, alright? But, let's just say, Boblax's friend got fucking mauled by Tipster, okay? This was not something on my 2025 bingo card, okay? I used to be anti-Tipster. Never thought that we would be, you know, like, I don't know, sort of besties. And, I especially didn't think that he would sort of, get to a point where, like, he's fucking mauling people in controversies. I thought he would just, like, avoid everything. And generally he does, right? He doesn't like drama. And he is pretty genuine about that. Like, he likes maybe a little bit, you know? I mean, they are pretty fucking gay. So, like, of course. Like, of course Tipster is gonna be a drama queen sometimes, okay? But only sometimes. At AKY, would I be mogging lately? Nah, for sure. I think that a lot of it has to do with confidence. And, I think your confidence is definitely earned. We'll be reviewing Bobby's OF at the 12th hour of this. We will not be reviewing the Mr. Miss Manchi account, all right? I've made jokes about it. Obviously, I don't have any moral issues with them, whatchamacallit, doing sex work if they want to, right? I'm gonna make fun of them for not shaving, right? And by that, I don't mean, like, okay, if you want to do, like, the makeup / feminine presentation, but having facial hair look, that's fine, but the neck beard has gotta go. Okay, the neck beard is not good gender presentation for anybody, no matter your gender, okay? Trim it, okay? I don't have a problem with them having facial hair, right? Like, aside from, like, an initial disgust response that I have just because I'm personally averse to facial and body hair, it just, I don't know, that's just me personally, right? But, like, I'm not gonna, like, shit on somebody for having facial hair, right? It's just, like, something that I have, like, a preference against. But please, I mean, just shave the neck beard. Get rid of the neck beard, please. Just shower. Like, those are things I'm willing to make fun of Boblax for because they have access to a shower, shampoo, conditioner, etc., right? They are able to trim their neck beard, okay? If you're gonna be an OnlyFans model, you gotta take care of yourself. You know what I mean? You gotta take care of yourself. I saw the new... Wait, there's a new OnlyFans? Chat, do we buy the new Boblax OnlyFans? No fucking way, dude. No way. There's no way that they're actually creating a new OnlyFans. Look, I've seen some crazy shit, but, let's just say they have a new OnlyFans under their Boblax name. Dude, they should rebrand to Mr. Miss Manchi, okay? Let's see. I mean, I don't see it here. I see Cameo, Blue Sky, his alternate accounts, Instagram, Twitter, and Patreon. So maybe you removed it? Or wait. Yeah, they use any and all pronouns. Okay. I'm just making sure. Yeah, they, she, he. Okay. I always have to make sure, because when people are exploring their identities, it's like, okay, I gotta, you know? It's like, I gotta make sure. Onlyfans.com/Boblax? Dude! Why didn't they make this sooner? What the hell? They made an OnlyFans, but this would have been useful. This would have been useful when I was debating Augie, okay? Instead of saying onlyfans.com/Femyoz, I made the OnlyFans as a joke initially, by the way. I might actually make OnlyFans content eventually. We'll see. We'll see. I do like money, all right? It's a good thing to have for me. You know, I do need the money. They promote it on their Mayo Monkey YouTube account, but deleted the post promoting it. Well, goddamn. I see. But, we have, the Boblax, the official Boblax, Mr. Miss Manchi, OnlyFans account. And, here they are, smoking weed, as per usual. Hold on, sorry, I gotta zoom out. Yep, here we go. Here is the, this is also their profile picture. This is their profile picture on their, Mr. Miss, sorry, they're not their Mr. Miss Manchi account. Their Mayo Monkey account. I don't know why you would do this. Kind of fucking cringe, but I mean, you know, you do you, I guess. Dude, there's a 3-minute video. One post. Dude, regular price, $20 a month, but they're offering free trial. Dude, they must have a humiliation fetish, because, like, if there's a free trial, this is bound to get leaked. Someone is gonna leak this. Is this guy a pet? No, they're not a PDF file. Jesus Christ. I make fun of somebody on stream and it's like, yo, is that person a pedo? No, that's not no, I can make fun of somebody without them being like, I don't know, a child predator. Like, Jesus Christ. Holy shit. Sub and request Princess Peach cosplay? Oh, hell yeah. But, anyways, without further ado, I want to get into the tipster versus Bo Black's drama, mainly due to the fact that, you know, I might be able to provide a little bit of insight, all right? But fear not, for I am somebody who is able to provide context for a more general audience, which is you guys. I presume that most people don't know shit about the commentary community, and I'll try to do so in a way that's not super redundant. Though if I'm redundant this stream, I guess, you know, that does help me get to the 24-hour mark. But, Tipster, tweeted something, okay? Had to get a car wash for the whip. I may be an irrelevant has-been YouTuber, but at least I didn't have to sell my ride to pay the rent. Throwing shade at Bo Blacks. Pretty sure that Bo Blacks had to do that. And, in case that wasn't enough shade, enchiladas at mom's house. My mom is super proud of me, hence why she makes me such tasty meals, making fun of the fact that Bo Blacks can't cook for themselves. All right, we're starting off on Twitter. It's gonna go beyond that. So, somebody, basically left a tweet. I don't know who this person is, saying, I think I took a boyfriend body too far, shirtless pic, and, Bo Black's best friend, okay? His new best friend, who met him at VidCon, said, if I could only feed you like my friend, but even more. All right? And we've got a 54-second long clip from when these two specimens encountered each other at VidCon. Bo Black said his mom was disappointed in him. That's what that was in reference to. Oh shit, alright, bet. Dude, I am not entirely caught up on the Bo Black lore. I'm actually not a Bo Black's A-log.
Alright folks, I'm here with my good friend, Bo Blacks.
His good friend that he just met today. You know, I met you an hour ago. We're best friends now. Let's fucking go. I mean, I don't know. Maybe they're both BPD. I'm just kidding. Bo Black lied about having BPD. But, you know, if this guy is BPD instead of Bo Black's, I mean, it would make sense to get, like, super attached super easily. Not to this extent, to be fair. Right? And there are ways of not being unhealthy about it. But, I think Bo Black's might be his favorite person. Yeah, he has Sonic Mania.
Here, I met him at VidCon. He literally, this man...
They're at VidCon while they're recording this, by the way. So they just met. And now they're best friends. They look made for each other. You know, they truly are.
Saved my convention. So we're gonna get him some lovely flan. We're gonna try a little piece together. He's gonna go gay for dessert. So...
Gay for dessert.
Anyway,
let's go.
We're gonna just do this. We're gonna open our spoon.
Hi peeps, I saw this stream while scrolling YouTube, mostly pro MAGA BS. It's nice to see a trans person on here because I just see hateful bullshit. Anyways, I got stuff to do. Wish you all well. Well, I'm glad that you, you know, are glad to find this. Feel free to subscribe to, you know, see more content like this. And, they 100% fucked. Well, yeah, no shit, that's just a given. Yeah, of course they did. Ty Lopez x Leafy is here, fanfic IRL. Yeah. Bo Blacks is like Leafy after Twink Death. And then the guy on the left, what's his name again? Otter Gaming, I think. Gaming Otter. Yeah, that'd be Ty Lopez.
You got your spoon?
Yeah.
Go ahead, open it. So, here Here, I'll feed you.
This is so fucking awkward. This is so awkward. The guy on the left is Hassan Piker. No, Hassan Piker has aura, okay? Look, I'm not like a Hassan fan or anything. Like, I don't know. I think he's like kind of annoying, okay? I'm not somebody that particularly enjoys his content. I don't know much about him. Just don't really watch his shit. Don't find him particularly compelling. But he does have some amount of aura. He's like, I don't know, charismatic in a way. This guy is anti-charismatic, okay? He has anti-charisma. All right, this is anti-Riz. He looks so much like Andy Worski. It's scary.
Yeah, I'm feeding you on camp. We gotta be controversial, right?
Yeah.
So here you go. Here you go, Boblax. How's that feel?
How does that feel? Look, I'm not gonna shit on people too hard. Like, if somebody, like, enjoys feeding another person, like, yeah, that like, fair enough. I don't care, right? You know, my girlfriend feeds me food sometimes, right? Like, if we're having snacks, you know, she might feed me some chips or some Cheez-It Grooves or whatever we're having, and vice versa. But, you know, we've kind of known each other for a while. I feel like, sort of the difference. And, I don't know. And it's not like, you know, it doesn't come across as weird and uncomfortable. I don't know how to explain it. Look, I don't have an argument against this. I don't even think that this is immoral. I just think it's a little bit cringe. Right? It's literally just a vibes-based argument, all right? I will admit that. Yeah, how much to get fed flan by the gaming otter? Not a fan of Hassan, but at least he has big chat energy and Riz. This guy just looks like a clown. Yeah. Bottom-coded as fuck. No, it's not bottom-coded. He's not bottom-coded. Maybe Boblax is. I think that Boblax is definitely bottom-coded. But, like, nah, he's not, this guy isn't bottom-coded. At least I don't think. Because that would imply that, like, I don't know. You haven't seen the videos he did about Tippy? He said some weird shit. Yeah, I actually saw one of Tipster's responses to the Gaming Otter. And that's what prompted me to cover this. They definitely switch. I don't know. I feel like Boblax would exclusively be a bottom, not because that's his sexual preference, but because he's fucking lazy. Does that make sense? I hope I'm explaining this well. Anyways, is your girlfriend trans as well? You better believe she is.
Alright. Yeah, you can feed me my next slice.
I don't know what, look, I don't have an argument against it. It's just uncomfortable. I don't know how to explain it. Do you think Boblax is an age regressor? No.
I love it.
I think Boblax is into age play. Considering the fact that on their secret OnlyFans account and whatnot, on their Mr. Miss Manchi persona, they had like a bunch of emojis on their bio, and one of them was a baby bottle emoji. They later went on to say it was titty milk, but they already had like some other milk emoji, I think. Yeah, I'm gonna be real. I think that they were just trying not to get made fun of. Look, I'm not one to kink shame, okay? Unless it's Boblax specifically, okay? Alright? That's right. Boblax is definitely busted nut in an Okay, alright, I'm not reading the rest. Jesus, fuck. Yeah, they claimed to Augie that the baby bottle was titty milk. Yeah, but when I DM'd him asking, like, yo, is this like an ABDL thing? Like, I'm not judging if it is. I'm just, like, curious. Right? And he fucking blocked me. We were on good terms before that. And then when I asked them about it when they were streaming, they were like, you insinuated that you accused me of being a pedophile. And I'm like, no? I asked you if that's what it meant, and if not, what does it mean? And also, no, like, even if it did mean that, that would make you that would not make you a pedo. That would just be like, you're like, I'm sorry, that just wouldn't. I think there's a difference. A pedo requires some sort of attraction to children. Right? At no point did I ask Boblax, are you attracted to the fucking children? Yeah, rich of you to judge ABDL, buddy. Okay, First of all, that shit is fucking fake news, okay? Second of all, I'm not even judging that, okay? I'm judging Bo Black's fucking bitch-made behavior, alright? That's what I'm judging. Alright, be into whatever the hell you want. But, I mean, I don't know. Don't be like Bo Black's about it, you know what I mean?
Thank you, Bo Black. I'm not coming to subscribe to Gaming Otter.
This is strange. No, it does not mean Abdul. Okay? ABDL stands for Adult Baby Diaper Lover. Okay? It's basically people that enjoy wearing diapers. Okay? That's, I mean, it's definitely a little bit out there. It's a little bit obscure. Probably not something most people are into, but I mean, if they're into that, they're into that. But, yeah, I don't know. They're like trying to deny it. You know? What that exists?
Yeah.
Look, anything that exists... Sorry, anything that can exist in theory is probably a fetish, okay? You know, it doesn't matter what the theory is, alright? There's probably a fetish for it. I'm somewhere out there, alright? Anyways. Let's continue. Now, for those of you who don't know, Bo Black's backstabbed Tipster a while ago. Now, it was framed originally, for the longest time, and I actually believed it for a while, right? Because I hadn't seen evidence to the contrary, right? I hadn't really looked that much into it at all. But, Bo Black's basically backstabbed Tipster, and then accused Tipster of backstabbing him. Right? This is, like, what would it have been? Like 2 years ago-ish? Something like that. Turns out that they were actually on good terms, privately, and then suddenly Bo Black sort of publicly switched because it was convenient to be anti-Tipster. But, yeah. Bo Black's just behind Tipster? Jealous. Yes, it's streamer drama. So, somebody said, found this old comment Ethan Klein left on one of Anissa's old Instagram posts. And I don't give a fuck. I'm not reading this shit, okay? But Bo Black quote tweeted it, right? Saying it's still so crazy to me that iDubbbz made a content cop video on his #1 most publicly supportive YouTube friend. Zero loyalty. Now, Tipster, of course, responded. Fucking, oh shit, he almost dude, they have the same likes. Okay, well now Tipster is ratioed Bo Black, saying so true, zero loyalty. But the lack of self-awareness on Bo Black's end is diabolical, to say the very least. Because not only has Bo Black's made, the oh-so-intelligent decision of backstabbing Tipster and lying about it, as if it would never bite him in the ass in the future. But, well, let's just say, how many Tipster bully streams did Bo Black's make? How many was it? Because he ended up privating most of them. Originally, he made them members only, I think. And now they're just private. He's trying to fucking hide his tracks so that he doesn't look like a deranged freak, right? But I mean, if you look here, right? If you look at his Social Blade stats, the monthly gained views for Bobby, right? Which is the display name of his streaming channel. Oh, would you look at that? Negative 462,000 views. Wow, I wonder why the views would possibly disappear. Now, keep in mind that as a result of, the views being deleted, he has less than 600,000 views total right now. Less than 600,000 views. Oh, and if you look here, even here, they're privating more videos. Look at this. 143, and then 108. Yeah, that's very, minus 35 videos. I wonder which videos those were. Now, to be fair, Tipster did downplay what Keffals was trying to do to him. Look, I'm gonna be real, and I've talked to Tipster behind the scenes, and, like, I don't necessarily agree with Tipster on everything related to Keffals, right? I'm definitely a lot more critical of Keffals than Tipster is, right? And of course, Tipster is gonna be biased towards their friend, right? I get that. There is context that I have seen that sort of makes the situation more complex than you would think. It doesn't make Keffals innocent necessarily, but it also doesn't make her as bad as I thought, right? She's not as malicious as I thought, I guess you could say, right? She's still, I don't know. I'd still say she's like a net harm, and I think it's good that she doesn't stream or do YouTube anymore, but that's sort of my take. And, I don't know, I'm generally anti-guilt by association anyway. This cyberbullying streaming issue? No, well, I mean, I don't know. When I say Tipster bully streams, I don't mean like I'm not calling it that. Bo Blacks himself was calling it that. That was the title of the series. Now, being a fucking bitch, you know, of course, he had to, private the vast majority of them. Be like, oh, no, there's only like a few of them. I only did a few, which was actually my interpretation for a while. Until I actually saw how many fucking streams there were. Especially after I'd been gifted a membership on his channel. At one point, I ended up getting gifted a membership. And the number of Tipster bully streams that were members only. I'm like, holy shit. That's fucking crazy. That's actually deranged. Like, you are talking about this person for hours. I just thought it was, for a while, I just thought it was like a funny meme, because like occasionally Bo Blacks would show up in my recommended streaming. So then it would be like, oh, a Tipster bully stream, and I'd watch it for like a few minutes. It's like, oh, that's funny. But, yeah, I don't know, if you spend, I don't know, multiple hours every day talking about Tipster when they're not doing anything controversial, they're not doing anything worth talking about. It's like, he would do a bully stream every time Tipster went live for a solid year plus. Yeah, that's freak behavior. I did not know that they did that. I just thought it was like an occasional, like, oh shit, they showed up in my recommended because they're talking about Tipster. Maybe I'll tune in, right? And then it's like, oh, that's funny, I guess. It's like a goofy concept, but it's like, no. You look at how many there were, and it's like, Considering Bo Blacks wants to be seen as a progressive now, you would think that they would private the videos where they target me for LGBTQ+ related topics. Odd they private so many, but not those. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, Bo Blacks is a fucking idiot. Yeah, I'm gonna be totally honest. It is very strange. Very strange behavior for sure. Hold on, I can close some of these tabs. Hold on. I have a bunch of open tabs. We can get rid of that, get rid of that. Get rid of that. Okay, there's more. Okay? Actually, this is not related to Bo Blacks at all, but I wanted to do this anyway, all right? I have to show it at some point. And since I'm actually talking about commentary for once, all right? Turkey Tom tweeted, I keep dat lil blicky on me. You know? And, you know, here he is, keeping his lil blicky on him, I guess. And, Tipster said, what did they mean by this? And then I said, he has a gun to scare away lyrics from fucking his girlfriend. Now, for those of you who don't know the lore, Turkey Tom got cucked by another YouTuber, lyrics. Who's like a femboy twink, for anyone who doesn't know. Now, I actually misread this because Tipster was responding to something from Bo Blacks' best friend. Sorry, wrong button. Bo Blacks' new best friend, the Gaming Otter, right? So in response to Turkey Tom holding the gun, Gaming Otter says, just the tip. Take care of him. Okay, bye, thanks. This is fucking deranged. Now, you might chalk it up to like rage bait or satire, but we're gonna get into why it's not satire, okay? This guy is genuinely unhinged, and we're gonna get into that later, right? That's what Tipster said. What did they mean by this? But, anyways. Someone should save that image, Photoshop his finger to be a half an inch longer, and show him this pic in 10 years to gaslight him? Yes. Unironically, yeah. That would be pretty funny. Feel like he was asking Tom to ice my ass, lol. Yeah, I don't know. It's like he's like trying to like normalize like violence against a person I don't like. For no reason other than I don't like them. I don't like that commentary YouTuber. Well, you're not even a commentary YouTuber anymore. That's the thing. I don't know. It's hard to say. It's hard to say. Now, Tipster left a few tweets, right, with videos attached of the gaming otter. Okay, so Tipster tweeted, apparently the gaming otter thinks it's okay to question the validity of someone's queer identity and gatekeep the LGBTQ+ community. My pansexual and non-binary identity completely fabricated, according to them. And somehow I'm queerphobic. Trump in sheep's clothing. What? Lol. Now, for context, Tipster did not get anything out of being pansexual or non-binary, okay? First of all, them being pansexual was leaked against their will. I'm pretty sure it was leaked by Blacks, from what I understand. I could be wrong about that, so I'm not going to say Blacks did that. But from what I remember, from talking to Tipster, I guess you could say it's up in the air, but I do know for certain Tipster did not come out as pansexual. They were outed as pansexual. So you're telling me that Tipster decided to privately tell people that they were pansexual, not come out, so that they can, what, fake being pansexual and non-binary for woke points? Someone else, I believe. I don't know who leaked it, but it was getting leaked in private circles. All right, I won't hold Blacks accountable for that. He got one of the better flags of the LGBT community. That's what he got. I think that the lesbian flag is hella underrated. But anyways, there's a video attached. All right, we're gonna watch it. All right, we're gonna see what the gaming otter has to say about Tipster.
Tipster is basically Trump in sheep's clothing.
Trump in sheep's clothing. Trump in sheep's clothing. That's a very interesting statement. It seems to be the case that the, I don't know, literal opposite is true. Like, if you actually look at, I don't know, Tipster's coverage of anything political, well, it's, every single time the progressive position seems to be the one that they hold consistently, especially when it comes to queer-related issues. But all right, apparently they're Trump in sheep's clothing. Even though they're considered very far left by American standards. But I guess Trump is far left now, or some shit. According to that logic.
I stand by that.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. Tipster would have to deport himself if that was true. Exactly! Yeah, dude, Tipster is a closeted MAGA. Apparently. I have a couple people that I suspect. I can't prove it. Blacks definitely mocked me for being outed, though. Yeah. Yeah, well, looking back, that is pretty fucking weird.
I stand by that. The dude,
he stands by it, alright? He strongly believes that Tipster is secretly a fascist.
isn't even remotely gay.
Isn't even remotely gay? Then how are they outed as pansexual against their will if they're not remotely gay? It's kind of impossible. Like, literally impossible. To be, I mean, they're non-binary, so they're gay in a different way. But when they were outed as pansexual, okay, they were outed as a guy that also likes dick. And not just trans dick, not just girl dick, but guy dick as well. So, like, I don't know, like, if that's not gay, then what the fuck is?
He's like way removed from gay.
Like, I'm sorry, but like, just because they don't have the fag scent like you, and nothing wrong with the fag scent, by the way, right? Just putting it out there, all right? I'm allowed to say that, by the way, because I'm a fag. So, yeah, but that's besides the point. Look, all I'm gonna say is Tipster is pretty fucking gay, all right? That's all I'm gonna say.
Boblax is like way more official in terms of LGBT.
No, Tipster was outed against their will, and was outed way before Boblax came out, or outed themselves, and then said Nicholas Diorio outed them to like try to fuck over Nick, which was very strange. It's like I don't know why Boblax decided to lie in a way that was provably false, but that's sort of besides the point. Either way, regardless of that fact, Boblax, I don't think is more official. I don't think there's a such thing as being more official. Now, if you want to do like the weird gatekeeping game, you could be like, well, Boblax seems to, I don't know, do this as a fetish. Now, I'm not gonna go down that route. Their identity is their identity, but you could make the case that they're AGP. All right, if anybody is AGP, it's Boblax. All right, they literally referred to themselves as a she-male on their alternate porn account. Now, keep in mind, Boblax is not a trans woman. They are non-binary, and they present themselves with facial hair and everything. So they're basically calling themselves a slur against trans women specifically when they're not a trans woman or trans femme. And you want to tell me that Boblax is like the better representation of the queer community? Now, granted, I don't think that anybody is a representation of the queer community. But, if we're gonna go based on, like, this, like, weird virtue signal-y bullshit logic, yeah, ultimate she-male. Respect the queen's status. That's true, that's true. There's no, well, how fucking queer do you have to be? I'm wearing the AGP choker. I might not have the AGP curls like Euphoria Tori, but, I've got the AGP choker. Am I queer enough? Gaming Otter are you gonna say I'm not left-leaning enough? Oh, well, you only support market socialism instead of, what the fuck does Gaming Otter support? Weak liberalism? Well, I have no idea. I don't know what they support, but,
When I talked to Boblax, he was real.
Dude, he was real. He wasn't a figment of my imagination. Also, Boblax is, if you mean real in the figurative sense, Boblax is the least real person. They are the antithesis of real. They are a proven liar. They have lied countless times about many different things, provably, and have been caught so many times lying to people, about people, etc.
Tipster's like diet LGBT.
Dude, I guess Tipster is pan, but like the biphobia is unreal. It's literally just biphobia. The amount of times I've heard people say that bisexual people are just diet LGBT is fucking wild. Like, you're literally just biphobic. It's just bi-erasure. It's not the LGT community. It's not the fucking LGTV community, as some people like to say. It's the LGBT community. So, like, I don't know what the fuck you're on about. Well, the LGBTQ+, right? And that plus would include pansexual, right? But even if we're doing, like, the basic original acronym, right? That includes bisexual community. Yeah, the RGB community.
At best. And at worst?
At best? What do you mean at best?
Basically homophobic. And
homophobic.
And non...
transphobic. And homophobic. Yeah, that's why Tipster genders me. Not only genders me correctly, right? We're friends. So maybe you could be like, oh, well, yeah, obviously having a trans friend doesn't make you not transphobic. But they literally fucking respect Boblax's identity. They're fucking more respectful than me. And I have, like, the most far left trans position you could. outside of, like, forced transition everybody. Okay, like, I'm sorry. Even I was making jokes at Bo Black's expense. When the Mr. Miss Manchi account got leaked. Or whatever. Right? Even I made jokes. Tipster was the only person that would have got Bo Black's without doing that. Like, I'm sorry, but like, if anybody is homophobic or transphobic, it is not Tipster. Tipster didn't even make fun of the way that Bo Black's looks. I do that, right? I'm an asshole sometimes, right? I made fun of Bo Black's for having a neck beard and not shaving it, right? And for not showering. One thing that pisses me off is when bi/pan people are in a cishet relationship and people invalidate their queer identity as a result. Doesn't make me any less attracted to other genders just because yeah, it's like, I'm sorry, but like, in order to be bisexual, do you have to like be in like a polyamorous relationship with a man and a woman at the same time? Like, it's fucking stupid. Like, you can be bisexual or pansexual and monogamous. So dumb.
Non-binary couple. It's like
You're so pretty. Thank you.
really?
Wait. Invalidating non-binary people. How?
Really? It's like really? Really?
Really?
Tipster is basically
Okay. So, yeah, that is, yeah. And then Tipster follows it up by saying, for someone who is insanely obsessed with me, clearly knows nothing about me, Lamau. Which is true, by the way. And we're gonna get into that obsession later. Because, you know, fucking obviously. Alright? But that's not all. Alright? We have another clip. Tipster captioned it, what the actual fuck? Alright? It's half a minute long.
Tipster wishes he could handle me.
No. Dog, they don't like you like that. They have a wife. They're married. Wait. Doesn't this literally contradict the thing that you were saying earlier? Like, you can't say that actually Tipster is secretly not a part of the LGBTQ plus community and then constantly talk about how Tipster is actually secretly attracted to you. You can't have both those positions. That's logically impossible. Tipster can't be straight and into you at the same time. That doesn't even make any fucking sense. Make up your mind. Yes, Tipster is very cruel for depriving this man of the tip. Alright? He's admitted to being a chubby chaser, by the way. Which, you know, fetishizing fat people is definitely one way to go. But, are you boy to girl type of trans Femyoz? You better believe I am. Either way I support, well, I appreciate that. True, I forgot he said that, lol. Yeah, we're gonna get into that. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. But yeah, it's very strange. Like, A, Tipster has a wife. B, they're not into you. You're fucking weird. Leave Tipster alone. Alright? If you wanna, like, come at me and start fucking drama with me and say weird shit to and about me, fucking go for it. I'm used to it. I streamed the YouTube shorts as a trans woman. So, like, I've heard and seen it all. Pretty much. I'm sure there's some wacky shit out there that I haven't, but that's besides the point. Okay? Oh, shit, I hit my microphone. Oopsie. Anyway, sorry. Don't call microphone protective services, please. Okay? They're into that BDSM shit. Okay, anyway, sorry. What am I even saying? Oh, right. Dude, just fucking come at me, okay? I thrive off of drama, okay? Drama is fun for me, alright? Tipster is in their 30s, okay? They're fucking bored of this shit, alright? They got better things to do, okay? They have friends. They do things like going outside, alright?
He would basically like, Nick, it hurts. Oh my god, please stop.
This is very strange. This is weird.
Oh my god. Yeah, he wouldn't handle me.
Ugh. You know, I would throw up, but I'm not Xander Hall, so we're not doing that on stream. Gaming Otter is 37. Jesus, fuck.
Yeah. Well, imagine if my twin and I tag teamed him. He would just be so sad. Just be like, Nick, what are you doing with your twin? Oh, you asked for it. Well, no. I can't take W.
Is bro on substances? You see why I got so uncomfortable by this guy? Yes, he's so fucking weird. He's creepy as shit.
Double the trouble, double the pleasure, double the fun.
Nah, dude. Dude, it's not even directed towards me and I feel violated. Is that feller Boblax? No, this is Boblax's new best friend. The Gaming Otter, okay? He's worse than Boblax. But, bro literally fantasized about incest double teaming me with his twin brother. Jesus Christ. That is disgusting. This guy is Dumpy Show material at Dumperman. No, I think that Queen Man needs to cover this, okay? I don't even like Queen Man, but like he's like he's like a great person to like A-log some like glup shitto fucking like 20 viewer and the weird as fuck Boblax adjacent freak, okay? That is right up his alley, all right? I want to see what Queen Man has to say, okay? Like he is not somebody that's gonna hold back punches for somebody like this, all right? His content's gotten a little bit better, all right? I saw a video of his recently, all right? He's not insufferable anymore. At least not in the video that I saw.
You know what the one thing that Tipster doesn't get with me? Footsie.
This is... I don't know what's more unsettling, his hairline or his demeanor.
That footsie is just so good. They just like it so much. Tipster.
That what? I'm sorry. What?
Footsie is just so... That footsie is just so good.
I don't even know what word that is.
They just like it
Did he say foot seat? Pussy?
so much. Tipster is just like... Why isn't the Gaming Otter doing footsie with me?
What? He's playing footsie with his mystery friend on the other side of the table, WTF? That is disgusting. That is vile. Bro's hair starts on his neck. Yeah. I see why he wears a hat. I think you should just put the hat back on. Alright, I'm gonna be real.
It's okay, Tipster. I'm sure your wife gives it good, along with the tossed salad. But
Dude, now he's bringing Tipster's wife into it. Look, I thought, and Tipster might disagree with me on this, alright? Because obviously they're gonna be a little bit more sensitive to it, right? So I'm not gonna make those types of jokes, right? I thought that a lot of the jokes about Tipster's wife, even if maybe some of them went like a little bit far at times, right? But I thought some of those were pretty funny, right? But those are made in good fun. This is fucking creepy. I would be disturbed. This guy is a freak.
But, you know what the...
Yeah. I don't know what else to say. Now, apparently, he mixed up Tipster and Boblax, which, I mean, that's a huge insult to Tipster, but,
See, this is what Tipster's gonna say. He's making people donate too much money to do things on stream.
I'm sorry, what?
See, this is what Tipster's gonna say. He's making people donate too much money to do things on stream.
Huh? What the fuck does that even mean? Making people don't... What?
You know what, dude? You make people donate to freaking do weed.
Do you mean like what Boblax does? What do you think he spends his money on? He doesn't save it. Well, I mean, I guess he bought himself a nice car. Because he doesn't understand that, like, YouTube is unstable as a source of income. I don't even smoke weed on stream. Yeah, it's like he's, like, are you describing Tipster or Boblax? Yeah, there's, like, a difference between mocking Tipster for some dumb old drama versus having detailed fantasies about his... Yeah, and I think that, like, Tipster is, like, definitely, like, got thicker skin now than they did, back, you know, like when all like the controversy was happening, right?
So, yeah. See, this is what
Yeah, so yeah, that's great. That's wonderful stuff. That is, oh boy. Yeah, there's one more. All right? There's one more. This one is a little bit of a doozy. All right? Dude wants the tip so bad. All right? Let's see. Look at this smug piece of shit. Eating first thing in the video.
You know what's really funny, Jens?
What? Tell me, what's really funny?
I'm a chubby chaser.
Nah, what the fuck? You know what? I think I'm gonna go back to Auschwitz moding, alright? It is time to lose 40 pounds, alright? I am 133 pounds, something like that. I'm gonna go to 90 pounds at 5'6", just to make sure this guy doesn't fucking chase me. Yeah, I know, he did like the weird thing with his tongue.
You know what's really funny, Jens? I'm a chubby chaser.
I feel violated, and I'm not even chubby. This makes me want to starve myself. Just so this guy doesn't chase me. I want to lose 50 pounds, alright, and become Eugenia Cooney, just so this guy doesn't sexually harass me. Okay? I do not want to be in Tipster's position. Well, no, it would be great content. It would be worth it. But, he kind of looks like Ricky if Ricky wasn't handicapped. Yeah, I see it. I see it. Yeah, if Ricky Burke wasn't handicapped, yeah, he might look like this. I don't feel safe now. I don't blame you. Do you want to be arrested by she, her, or she, they? I guess she, they is fine. But yeah, I mainly go by she. She/her. But I also don't mind they. I feel like they is all encompassing though.
Hey, Tippy. You like my tip?
Nope. I don't think anybody does. Also, weren't you saying that Tipster was like a fake queer or whatever? You can't simultaneously have that position and be like, actually, Tipster secretly wants my tip. It doesn't make any sense.
Hey, Tippy. You want my tip?
I'm gonna be real. I don't even think Boblax wants your tip. I don't even think Boblax is that desperate. Yes, exactly. Tipster is a fake queer, except for when he wants to flirt with you. Alright? And chew with his mouth open. Like a disgusting freak. And lick his thumb. Like, go fucking wash your hands. His smile should count as sexual harassment. No, literally.
Tipster is too busy playing with his tip.
Dog! This is not a real person. Hold on, wait. Didn't Boblax literally... Hold on, wait. Didn't Boblax literally go out of his way to insinuate constantly that Tipster was some sort of sexual degenerate? Well, like, wasn't that his whole thing? Wasn't that what he was, like, known for with, like, at least based on what I saw? I scrolled through some shorts, like a couple of them, because he still has those up. Let's see what Boblax had to say about Tipster a year ago, all right? So this is Boblax's riveting content. You know, a year before the Mr. Mismanchi stuff happened, okay? In his streams, he repeatedly shoots snot rockets live on stream. Ew, Jesus, fuck. He does this thing where he puts words in my mouth. Like, he acts like I have a problem with him getting donos on stream, but I don't. I'd be a hypocrite If I did, because I get donuts too. Yeah. No, literally. That shit is actually wild. He just makes shit up. So it's like, but again, here's Boblax a year before the Mr. Smanchy stuff, okay? Here's what they were saying about Tipster. Here's their thoughts on you know, I guess at least supposed sexual degeneracy. Okay? Let's see.
I gave them the tippy load. Tipster, how does it feel to take 4 Lady D's on stream? It feels great.
Okay.
Hey, was that his—
I forgot how retarded he is! No, bro!
What the
Incredible commentary.
fuck is that? No, yo, that's Lady Dimitris.
What?
I don't know if I could beat her, but we're gonna try. Hey, how does it feel to take 4 Lady D's on stream?
Like, yeah, is it a little bit cringe? I guess. But like, I don't know. Seems like everybody is in on it. Everyone is a consenting adult. Who gives a fuck? Like, yeah, it's cringe. It's pretty harmless. Don't really care.
It feels
4
great.
Lady D's!
Yup, those are the words that exited their mouth. Yeah. He traded my friendship in for an actual sexual degen? Nah, literally. Well, and the reason I think is initially because he thought that, like, oh, well, if I shit on Tipster, then, like, everyone will side with me because Tipster bad, and people don't like Tipster.
Four!
Dude, he started out by showing 3. Dude.
4!
Dude, this is Boblax's version of 4, okay? He's holding up 4 fingers right now. That's 4, apparently. This guy is fucking retarded.
4 female cocks!
Hey, was that as good for y'all as it was for me? Oh my god. What the fuck
You know you've made it in life when you're cringier than the content that you're reacting to.
is that?
Dude, that's
No.
one of the craziest fucking
Yeah, sure, like, the clip is, like, cringe or whatever, but, like, you're worse.
Tipster shorts.
It was a little—
Here's another one, okay? To establish a pattern of behavior with what Boblax thinks.
It was a little upsetting in the moment, but it totally killed your grind boner. This is true.
What? Why are you
grind
making
boner
it sexual,
was—
bro?
Dog. They were reading a message. How is Tipster making it sexual by reading a chat message?
Indeed, killed.
Stop being horny.
Stop being horny. YouTube fucked you in the ass there. They fucked me in the ass with a big dragon dildo and no fucking lube.
What?
Jesus.
What do you mean, what? Is that, like, not like a... I mean, I guess that's like a hyperbolic statement, I guess? You know? Yeah, if I get fucked over by YouTube, maybe I will say that YouTube fucked me in the ass. Yeah, that's like a... That's a thing people say. Okay? Like, what do you mean? What? Dude, it's like... Dude, he says it like Demon Mama. Like, when Demon Mama doesn't know how to respond to an argument, she's just like, what? What? And then Destiny does, like, hold on a second. And then Vosh is like, hold on. Are you telling me that you actually believe